All right, we are on. Hey, Colleen.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am feeling wonderful. I got a few days
Awesome.
off ahead of me. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. That's great. Okay, well, thanks for jumping on here with me. I'm really excited to teach this class with you. It's going to be super
Me
fun.
too. Yeah,
Good.
totally.
Yeah, I feel like this is a class that I've been wanting to make since the beginning 5 years ago. So I'm glad that we finally come to this day, and I'm super stoked to be teaching it with you.
Awesome.
Okay, so those of you who are here, some of you guys might already be members who have some of these oils and aren't aware of ways to use them. So we're going to be giving you guys more information on how to use some of the oils that you already have, or maybe you have some health concerns that haven't been addressed yet. So we're going to go over 10 oils tonight, and hopefully you're going to learn something awesome that will help make your life a little bit easier and really support your healing process or your healing journey. And then some of you guys might be wellness advocates, and maybe you're listening here just to learn better on how to teach and how to share. And then some of you guys here might be just giving us feedback, because Colleen and I both desire to improve our skills and our presenting and teaching skills. And we're so grateful for you taking time to listen to this. And then some of you guys might not know anything about essential oils, and this could be the first class that you've ever been to before. So tonight we're going to basically just teach on one of the enrollment kits with doTerra. So we're going to cover the 10 oils, like I said. We have another class that's super important for you guys to watch and listen to, and that one actually goes over more of the basics and important things that you're going to want to know about how to use oils and what oils are, how they affect you, how to purchase them, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so tonight it's kind of fun. We're just going to talk about some personal experiences that we've had or ways that we use these oils in our home. Okay. So Colleen, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and share something about yourself and maybe why you've decided to share doTerra?
Sure. So my name's Colleen. I live in New Jersey. I am a mother of three, wife, and a nurse. I work in healthcare. And I decided to become a wellness advocate with doTerra because when I recovered from the COVID virus this year, I wanted to dive headfirst into natural ways that I could support my immune system. And one of the oils that we're going to talk about tonight, On Guard, was kind of like the main thing that drew me in. So I can't wait to share it with you.
Awesome. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a little bit of short information about myself, and then we'll jump into the product information. I'm a mother of 4. I'm married. We're a Coast Guard family. Been in the Coast Guard for 17 years, married almost 17 years. I had cancer in 2010. Had the surgery to remove my thyroid. There was damage during surgery to other glands in my body, which led me to a lot of health problems. So I was desperately searching for something that could help support my body and really get to the root problems and just support my body to be able to heal on its own. So I found doTerra in 2015 and dove headfirst into a health journey, a holistic health journey of using these products and experimenting with them, and have just continued to increase my health over the last 5 years, and had such great success with it, with my own health, my family's health, and within the business too, of just sharing and talking about it with people around me, that I decided that this was going to be a part of my life forever. And so I'm committed to just developing myself and helping other women or people develop too that want to become teachers and share about doTerra. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Super stoked to be here. So Colleen, so actually before you start the kit, let me go ahead and share my screen. So we're going to show you guys, we're going to teach tonight on the Healthy Start Kit, but I want to just really quick, before she talks about the diffuser first, I want to give you like a little picture of the kits that are available right now. I think doTerra might change kits about once a year, but currently these are the ones that we have, and we'll keep teaching on these until they come out with the new kits, and then I'll probably want to do this again. But there's the Simple Solutions kit, there's the Healthy Start kit, and this is the one that we're going to actually teach about tonight. There's the Healthy Habits kit, which is incredible. I cannot wait to teach about that one because it covers so many different systems of the body and supporting the body. Here's the Healthy Essentials kit, which is very similar to the one we're going to talk about tonight. The bottles are about 3 times the size, and so you're getting a lot more essential oils for your dollar, basically. And then the Healthy Home kit, this is going to be for people who really want to change out products, try to get rid of some toxins and chemicals and switch over to more healthy products. And then finally, the Natural Solutions kit. This is the one that I started with, so I can't wait to also teach about that one at some point. But for tonight, we're going to go over this one. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this kit specifically today is because doTerra this month, if you're watching this video in July of 2020, is doing a really awesome special. It's an enrollment bonus. And so anyone who spends $150 before tax and shipping this month as a new member is going to get $50 doTerra dollars next month deposited into your account. So this kit, because it's $160, qualifies for that promotion. So this is one of the cheapest times I've ever seen, or most inexpensive time I've ever seen that someone can purchase oils, basically. Okay, so it's a really awesome deal right now. I'm going to try to zoom my screen in, and then Colleen, you can go ahead and start talking about. Did that get bigger on your end?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so before I start talking about the diffuser, I want to start off by saying that there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. The first one is aromatically, which is, smelling it. It's the fastest way to get oils into your system and to feel the effects of them. Obviously, the most convenient way is to just put a drop in your hand, rub them together, and smell and inhale deeply, and that helps. The diffuser is the best way, I think, to get it into your home. You can also use oils topically and internally. Just kind of touch on that briefly before we get started. So the diffuser, it's my understanding that the diffuser that's shown in the picture is currently out of stock. They are using the pedal diffuser as a replacement. It's a bit of an upgrade. I have this diffuser and I use it in my bedroom. It diffuses the scent of essential oils throughout my bedroom. There's 3 settings on it for time, 2 hours or 6 hours, and they're continuous, or the 12 hours intermittent, which is what I use, especially now I'm starting to get allergies already for the fall. I don't know why, but I use it, this time of year intermittently, so it'll go throughout the night. It also has a light that you can choose to use or not. I use it for reading at night before I go to sleep. And I love this diffuser. It's great, it's compact, it's super easy to use. That's all I have on that.
Okay, awesome. So perfect. Okay, so the first oil that I'm going to talk about is kind of a funny choice for me to talk about first, because it's not an oil that we use or talk about often, but it's one that I absolutely love and believe in so much, and that's oregano. I want to make sure it's in here. Yes, oregano. Okay, so oregano is an oil that, like I said, it's not one that you're going to use possibly daily, but I feel like it's one of the most important ones to have because it fights so many different things. Like I always tell people, if I was going to travel out of the country or even travel within the country, I would make sure that I had oregano and lemon with me. On Guard too, of course. On Guard is one that you can use regularly, frequently, to boost your immunity. But oregano is like the powerhouse oil, okay? So if you, I wouldn't say that I regularly or commonly use oregano by itself, but if I were to start feeling bad, I would do a shot glass with 2 drops of oregano, 2 drops of On Guard, 2 drops of Melaleuca, and 2 drops of lemon, and then just fill it up with water and take a shot. And we call that a flu bomb in our house, and it will knock out like whatever's going on. So yeah, that's like my best explanation of oregano. Do you want to
I
take
can't wait
on?
to try it.
Yes. Yes. It's very, very strong. Do you want to talk about On Guard next, since I just covered it
Yeah,
already? Okay.
absolutely. So like I said in my intro, On Guard is the oil that really drew me in after I recovered from the coronavirus this year. I use it every day. I take it internally in a veggie cap with a couple other oils that I take every day. It helps to support my immune system, keep me from getting sick. I used to brag about my immune system and how I never get sick. And for 18 years almost, I have never been sick. And then I got the coronavirus and it really put me down and it scared me a lot. So, so do I take On Guard internally. I also put it in a glass spray bottle, a few drops with either water or vinegar. And I use it as an all-purpose kind of, I want to say antibacterial, but I mean, you know, that's not a FDA approved statement, but I use it to clean my kitchen, to clean the surfaces in my bathroom, like the high touch things like light switches, doorknobs, sink faucets, the toilet handle, all of the gross things that we don't really think about all the time. And I have other recipes that I'm dying to try. I just have to get the rest of the supplies to make my own hand sanitizer at home. And I just can't wait to do that. Melissa, I guess you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, before I do, I want to add, just for those who don't know, On Guard is a blend of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So those are the 5 oils that make up the On Guard blend. Super, super amazing. I could talk about that oil for like 30 minutes, but I don't want to bore everybody. So
I know, I love that.
There's like so much to say. Okay, so the next oil that I'm going to talk about is frankincense. Frankincense is known as the king of all oils. I've heard so many people say in my doTERRA journey or along my essential oil journey, like if you're ever sick or you have something going on and you're not sure what to use, just use frankincense because it covers so many different things. I use it 2 ways that I really love. One is for skincare, so for my face. I also love to use it in a capsule twice a day, so 2 drops in the morning and 2 drops in the afternoon, and it supports feelings of calmness. And it's also very mentally supportive. So if I have to study, if I have to present, if I'm having trouble thinking about something, or my kids are trying to do math or something like that, you know, we need extra mental support. That's an incredible oil. And I like to just put it right across my forehead, just to help support that area of the brain for thinking.
That's a very interesting use. I never would have thought to use frankincense like that.
Yeah, and it also helps with wrinkles too, like at the same time. So it's perfect.
Adding that to my moisturizer.
Yes, definitely.
So next, I think I'll talk about lavender.
Okay.
What can you say about lavender? I mean, lavender is amazing. The plant has been used for centuries for lots of different things. Our doTERRA's lavender is very, very potent though. So when I make a cup of tea and I feel like I need to relax in the evening after a long day at work, I will take a toothpick and dip it into my lavender because that whole drop is a little too much for me. But I take a toothpick, dip it in my lavender, stir it into my tea with a little honey. And it just kind of helps me to kind of unplug from my busy day. It promotes restful sleep. It's, I wrote something else down here and now I can't read it. Oh.
Didn't you mention like bug bites or something, or stings?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I did. I thank you for the reminder. Mm-hmm. I was like, I know I wrote something else down. But yeah, I put a little dab of lavender right on my mosquito bites and it really does take the itch out.
Yep. I got stung by a bee. And
not to mention it smells amazing.
Yeah, it does. I got stung by a bee in my office in my house in like 2016, right when I first started using doTERRA. and it like went up my pants leg. And I was like,
Oh no.
oh my gosh, like how does this happen, right? We had a very
Oh my
open,
gosh.
airy house there in Hawaii, and but I put lavender on it and made this thing go away right away. So that's awesome. Yep. Thank God for lavender.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh.
Yep. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about deep blue. So deep blue, I always think of athletes or people who work out, or people who have pain. Deep blue is very anti-inflammatory. It works on feelings of pain, tension. It also works on cramps. So you can put it on your abdominal area if you're having menstrual cramps. I've even used it before for like tension in my shoulders, and for if I have headaches or spots, migraines, you can like dab a little bit on that spot just to avoid your eyes because it's super, super strong. Deep blue is such an amazing product that there's actually several different ways you can buy deep blue from doTERRA. There's the rub, there's the rollerball touch. This is actually interesting. I just learned this in the last like 4 months or so. There's 2 roller balls from doTERRA that you can buy. One is like the straight oil, and that one's going to be more expensive. And then there's the deep blue touch, and that one's going to be a little bit diluted and it's a little cheaper. There's also deep blue capsules. So for anyone who has a very like a labor intensive job and you need constant anti-inflammatory support and you don't want to take ibuprofen or something like that, you can take the capsules. And if you're on the doTERRA vitamins, if you order the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you can get the deep blue capsules for only $20 instead of, I think they're like $59 for the bottle wholesale price. So you save a lot of money if you're on the vitamins. But yeah, deep blue is a great product. You can go, Colleen.
That's a really great deal
It
on
is
that.
huge.
Buying the
Yes.
Lifelong Vitality Pack and getting the deep blue for $20. That's a great deal.
Yeah, and honestly, like anybody who's struggling with fibromyalgia, like I can't say for sure that we can't say it cures anything, but like I can't even say for sure because I don't have fibromyalgia, but anybody who has like serious chronic pain, I like want them to just try it for a month. Like just take it regularly every single day and see after a month, maybe like the vitamins and the deep blue capsules, and just see what happens to their pain level, because I feel like it will help from the research and stuff that I've done in the past.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You can go ahead.
Okay. I was going to move on to lemon next because
Yep.
lemon, I love lemon. It smells amazing. The moment I open my bottle of lemon oil, it just puts a smile on my face. It's so refreshing and uplifting. It makes me happy. So I will diffuse that with a little peppermint. And it just kind of brightens up the living room, kind of refreshes everything. I also take it internally. I take lemon in water every day, all day long. And it has great cleansing properties. So it helps me cleanse my internal digestive tract, and not in a bad way. Not in a way that makes me run to a bathroom. But lemon has great cleansing properties and great detox properties. So it does help kind of flush my kidneys and just kind of help me feel lighter and, healthier. But I also use lemon in my cleaning products. You put a few drops of lemon with some coconut oil or olive oil, and it is an amazing furniture polish for wood. Really makes it shine.
Awesome.
So it's like lemon pledge, but without all the chemicals.
Wow.
This is one of the things that really drew me to doTERRA, was helping me detoxify my home. So I just have reduced so many chemicals that my family is exposed to on a daily basis, just by switching a few products from the chemical laden stuff you buy in the store to something I can make at home with a few ingredients I have in my kitchen.
Yep. I don't know if you know about this, but did you hear or do you know that lemon is actually the oil that's suggested for children who need help with studying too? Like it increases focus.
I had not heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Breathe. So the Breathe blend is a blend of essential oils that help support the respiratory tract. So anyone who needs help, I've heard of people who have like asthma or other respiratory issues, it's a good support for them. You can use it, any of these oils you can use up to 4 times a day. You would just use 1 drop or like just roll it on a little bit, up to 4 times a day. But we love Breathe in our house. My husband suffers, his allergies are actually improving, but he does have allergies to dust and to mold really bad. He has some seasonal or environmental allergies, but the oils that we're using, I just want to add this in really quick. It's not just about Breathe. So he's in the Coast Guard and he has to stay every 4th night there. Well, the room or the building that he stays in is covered in mold. Like you can smell it right when you walk through the door. He's allergic to mold. So he diffuses, we created a blend for him. It's lemon, On Guard, Breathe, and lavender. And if he diffuses those 4, he's fine. He can come home in the morning once he's done staying duty, and not be sick. Okay, so Breathe is definitely part of that blend, and it really helps him. It's great. And I think it's important for everybody who has any kind of health concerns going on, you know, to keep working and trying things out until you find what's going to work, because it took us years to figure that out. Like we had been diffusing parts of that blend before, you know, but once we figured out exactly what he needed, it's amazing to see the difference in his daily health from that. And he's diffusing that at work and at home now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have Breathe in my LRP for next month, so can't wait to try it.
Good. Yeah, that's good. Good. Awesome.
I'm going to move on then to peppermint, because I mentioned it earlier, and peppermint, wow. You can take peppermint internally. One of the things that I heard is you can just, you know, if you want to change up and make something super fancy, you buy a tray of brownies from the supermarket already made. You buy a can of frosting, put a drop or so of peppermint in the frosting, mix it up, and you have peppermint brownies when you put it on top. Like, I'll be trying that, I'm sure, at Christmas time. Okay. Maybe crush up a few candy canes to go on top too. Yeah. But peppermint, our doTerra's peppermint is very, very, very potent. 1 drop of peppermint is the equivalent of drinking like 20 cups of peppermint tea from the plant. It's very high in menthol, which, you know, as we know, menthol kind of helps to open the nasal passages when we have a stuffed up nose. So I use peppermint when I'm feeling a little stuffy. I put it in my bedside diffuser, along with maybe a drop or so of orange or lemon, whatever, to kind of freshen things up a little bit. Peppermint is also really good for occasional stomach upset. You can either take it internally, you can inhale it, diffuse it, or just rub it directly on your belly. And it'll help to kind of soothe some of those digestive, you know, concerns that we may have from time to time. It's also very cooling. So I don't know about anybody else. I live in New Jersey, and the humidity has been like 1,000% here. And it's been 90+ degrees for days and days now. So I was sitting in my office and I was sweating, but I put a drop of peppermint in my hand. I rubbed it together and I applied it to the back of my neck. And wow, it was like somebody turned an air conditioner on. It really did have a cooling effect. It helped me to kind of cool off. And, you know, when you're hot and you're cooped up in an office, sometimes you can be a little angry. Not me, but some people. And it really helped to kind of calm me down and cool me off. And I went on with my day without, you know, having to bite somebody's head off.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's also suggested for people who are ladies who are having hot flashes as well. Yeah, and Florida is super hot. And then with my health condition and stuff that I was talking about earlier, I can get very overheated as well. And Brittany taught me that if you put a drop on your pulse points, that it gets into, and also do an ice cube on your pulse points, that also will cool your body as well.
Oh, I'll have to remember that for next time.
Yeah, super helpful. Let me know if that helps you. I'm curious.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I saved kind of the best for last because this is my baby oil. Like, this is the one that I started with when I first was introduced to doTerra. So it's the Digestion blend, and I love this oil because all my life I had always struggled with stomach issues. So like Colleen said, you can definitely use peppermint on your stomach, and I've done that many, many, many times too. But if you are someone who really needs more support on your digestive tract, or you know someone who does, then Digestin Blend is going to be even like target that even more than just peppermint. And I want to tell you guys what's in it. So it has ginger, fennel, coriander, peppermint, so it's in there, tarragon, anise, and caraway. It helps the gastrointestinal tract. So my favorite ways to use it are a drop on my tummy and my belly button, rub around really, really well. And then also underneath the tongue, or even in a cup of hot water, like Colleen was talking about putting lavender in tea, I think she said. You can do the same thing with, you could do the same thing with Digestin oil. And again, Digestin is one of the products like Breathe or Deep Blue, and that it's such a popular product and helps so many people that they've created a whole line of it. So there's multiple Digestin, well, many, many Digestin products. So you can, if you're looking at purchasing these things, you can actually go into your back office or go to the doTerra website for the wellness advocate that's helping you, and just type in Digestin or type in Breathe or type in On Guard, type in Deep Blue, and you'll see all the different products will pop up so you can learn more. But yeah, that's so awesome. I think we're good. I think the only the last thing that I wanted to share is,
I have tea tree oil. We forgot about that one.
Yes, go ahead. Tea tree.
Yeah, tea tree. I mean, it's not better than Digestin. But I love tea tree oil for anything to do with skin. So my husband and my son both have dandruff. They would kill me if I shared this with anybody, but they both have dandruff.
Secret.
So I started putting tea tree oil in our shampoo, and it has actually made a bit of a difference. So we don't have to buy the chemical Head and Shoulders. I can add just a few drops to my regular, like more natural shampoo. And it's really made a difference. And it cuts down on the number of bottles that are in my shower right now. But tea tree is also good for like thick nails. Like sometimes people get like thick fungal toenails. You could put tea tree on that. My mom actually, her dermatologist recommended tea tree oil to put directly on her psoriasis. She's reported that it's helping her. I wish I could share some before and after pictures, but we can't. I don't have any.
Yeah.
And but I love tea tree oil for anything to do with skin. Anything. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. I want to add, because I have kind of a really neat story too. My son went to Africa when he was 15. He came back. He had really bad acne. We tried several different products. Nothing was working for him. And then I got into the oils, and he was like going through my stuff, and he said, "Mom, you got anything for skin?" And so I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think tea tree or something like that." He started using tea tree. Over time, his acne started going away. And I knew that it was a tea tree, but I wasn't quite making the connection of how amazing that was for him until I went to a spa and I listened to a guy talk about, he has like a laser machine for tattoo removal and facials. And he was explaining to me the story about working on a girl that had funny, like weird acne that wasn't normal. And it was when he would shoot it, this is kind of gross, but when he would shoot it, like it would splatter instead of doing like what it normally does. It's so gross. But this was like such an aha moment for me, because he was like, yeah, come to find out it was some type of fungus. And he said that, and I was like, is that even possible? Like, I had no idea. And then all of a sudden the connections came like into my head. I was like, oh my gosh, tea tree is antifungal. Sam probably got a fungus when he was in Cameroon. Like, now it all makes sense, So it's just, I love the journey, and I love the book that we have. That book is so valuable. The Essential Life book teaches us so much. If you really dig into that, you can start seeing how the puzzle pieces all fit together. So
I love drawing lines between these things. I love it.
Yeah, and you could be using peppermint for stomach aches and then realize all of a sudden, oh my gosh, like it's working on these other things. That's the cool thing about essential oils, is that they work on so many different things all at once. Yeah,
Absolutely.
cool. Well, thanks so much for teaching with me. This is fun.
Yeah, it was.
All right, you want to share anything else before we go?
No, I think just, I think this is a tremendous value right now in July of 2020.
Mhm.
Getting this kit, you're getting all these oils, you're getting that great diffuser, and you're getting $50 in doTerra points.
Yep, yep. And the membership, the year membership comes with
The
that.
year member,
So
yeah.
saving $35 there too. Yep. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me or Colleen, or the person who shared doTerra with you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Colleen.
Bye, Melissa. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.